Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League, and let's see what team we're going to be running with tonight. So we're going to be trying out the Cresselia paired with the Giratina and the Guzzlord. Let's see what we get matched up here first. We got the Skeletors versus our Cresselia. This Cresselia here does get switched out into the Guzzlord. They switch into their Tapu Fini. So far, unfavorable matchup so far. We're going to throw this Crunch, no debuff, so we do not get lucky to get that debuff. They are going to be throwing a move here, no point in shielding, ends up being the Nature's Madness, absolutely one-hit KOs the Guzzlord. Going to bring back in the Cresselia. This Cresselia should be able to take down this Tapu Fini quite easily. We do go for the Grass Knot, it gets it into the red, and kind of a tricky situation here. Do we go for the farm down or do we go for the KO immediately? We're going to decide to go for the farm down because we think we can survive these attacks right here. We did get our defense debuffed. So, okay, we do get the survive right there, and we're just going to go for the farm down. 100 energy on the Cresselia. We switch out immediately, and we get met with the Goodra in the back. So, Goodra versus this Giratina is going to be our matchup here. Go for the Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw does some good super effective damage. Now, Goodra it does have Thunder Punch that it learns from the new Community Day move and Aqua Tail, but at this point we cannot afford to lose the health on this Giratina, so we're just going to show that first one. They let the second Dragon Claw go. You can see right here they are able to get to another move, and we survive that Aqua Tail. And now they come straight back in with their Skeletors with some energy. They go for the Disarming Voice, and at this point we're going to have to throw these moves efficiently. One Dragon Claw is going to get shielded. Okay, now we're going to combo play this and go into our Moonblast. We're looking for a debuff. We need the debuff to have any chance. We do get the debuff. We get to another Moonblast. This Moonblast here potentially could get the shield because we are going to get it low enough. All right, and now we go for looks like our opponent does have the move, and that is GG's. So well played by them. We really didn't have any chance. Maybe if we had thrown the Moonblast earlier, maybe, but that match right there almost had no play. Next game, let's see what we find. We got the Steelix versus the Cresselia. Here we have kind of a neutral matchup. We are going to be able to throw neutral Grass Knots. Let's see what moves that they're running here. They are running the Breaking Swipe. Okay, so now it's a little bit better for them because these Breaking Swipes did debuff our attack, and we are unfortunately not going to be able to withstand a bunch of those Breaking Swipes. So we try to catch a move right here. Ends up being the Psychic Fang, so that's a decent catch. We know that they have Psychic Fang and Breaking Swipe now. So we're going to go and throw this Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw chips at this Feraligatr. Feraligatr is kind of a problem, but we are going to try to take down this Feraligatr by committee. They go for the Hydro Cannon bait. We are able to survive that. We're going to go for another Dragon Claw. This Dragon Claw gets it into the red, which is great. We're going to race to another move, forcing them to use some energy. So we're going to let this one go and look for a potential farm down, I guess, with the Cresselia. This Cresselia has to put in a lot of work at this point because we still have to deal with that Steelix. And now we know that they are running the Psychic Fang and Breaking Swipe. It's going to be a little bit more trickier. So here we're going to, okay, they actually are going to throw some more energy here. Ends up being the Crunch. We do not avoid the debuff, but we do farm it down. We do have the shield advantage, which is the only positive right now. This Steelix is going to be able to throw a move here. We have to respect the Breaking Swipe, so we're going to shield right here. Try to avoid the debuff. We do avoid the debuff, which is fantastic. We go for the Crunch here for some neutral damage, hoping for a debuff. Okay, we actually get the shield. Okay, that's nice. And then our opponent here is going to throw another move. This is potential Breaking Swipe again. They go for the Psychic Fang. Okay, so they do go for the bait and debuff our defense. We're going to go for this Crunch here. It gets it. Okay, we also get the debuff. And now we're going to try to switch out. We're trying to go for the switch out. Unfortunately, we get farmed down. And that is going to be GG's. So this Steelix was kind of a problem for this team here. But we got it low, but not enough, unfortunately. All right, here we're going to have to switch out one of the Pokemon. We want to continue running the Cresselia Guzzlord core. we're going to switch out into another ghost type, it seems, because we need a little bit better coverage for some of these potential ghost and fire and potential Steelix, stuff like that. So we decided to use the Jellicent. The Jellicent is going to come into the squad, and let's see if it helps out the team a little bit. So we got the Cresselia here versus the Poliwrath. Pretty decent lead here. We're going to see what they decide to switch into. Most likely, they're going to switch in after this move. Oh, never mind. They probably have a whole entire team weak to this Cresselia, so they decided to leave right after the move. So GG stood up to our opponent. Easy win right there. All you have to do is just change your team. Change your team, easy win, apparently. All right, next game. Let's see. We got the Cresselia versus the Dragonite. Shadow Dragonite here. Okay. We have a couple answers to this, so we can stay in for now. We're going to allow this Dragonite to throw a move. We do shield it just to give the impression that we want to keep this Cresselia alive. We do go for the grass knot bait, and we do get the shield, so that's great for us, which allows us to comfortably get to this next move without worrying about the health. Here we're going to go for this Moonblast, trying to get both shields at this point. Do they let it go? No, they decided to just double shield that lead, and then we're going to switch into a Jellicent here to see what they have in the back, because there's no point in staying in for now. One Dragon Claw does go through, gets us into the yellow. They reveal that they have a Poliwrath. Poliwrath used to go against this Jellicent is not a counter, so they are probably really weak to this Jellicent in the back. Let's see what they end up doing here. We don't have to worry about any move here. Scold goes through. I think we survived the debuff. Let's see if this Shadow Ball ends up taking it out. Okay, does a good amount of damage, and it doesn't look like we were debuffed. So, oh, we do have to let this Poliwrath take us down, but we are going to be able to farm a little bit with whatever we decide to come back in with. We know that they didn't really want to see that Jellicent, so potentially they don't want to see any more like darker ghost types, and there's the reason. They had the Skelligers lurking in the back. We know that we have to shield here no matter what. This Disarming Voice would do a good amount of damage, and it's going to take them a while to get to some moves. So our opponent here is throwing a lot of inefficient Incinerates, but we are able to time this correctly, throw this Crunch on optimal timing. We end out with a Dragon Claw, and that Dragon Claw, one Dragon Claw is able to take out that Shadow Dragonite from that range. So GG's to our opponent, able to kind of figure out their team, considering they didn't really have a counter to the Jellicent. So that was a well job done by the Cresselia, breaking down the shields and letting the Jellicent kind of go crazy. All right, we got the Dragalge versus our Cresselia here. This is kind of a neutral matchup. Obviously, we're not running the future sight, so our opponent here potentially... Okay, they're going to let this one go. Nice counting by them. We know that this is potential Outrage. Okay, they do go for the Outrage. Luckily, we are able to survive it. We know that they are going to try to throw another move here pretty soon if they let this go. Let's see if they end up shielding. Nope, they don't let it. They don't shield it. They let us farm it down, and then we're going to switch out into the Jellicent here as soon as they bring in the Skelligers. They're staying in, which is another good sign so far. This Skelligers potentially has Shadow Ball energy. We do shield the correct Shadow Ball. We're making sure we throw on optimal timing here. We go for the Surf right before they reach their move. We do get the shield, so that's really good for us. And now we're going to apply the pressure again. This potential could KO with the Shadow Ball, but we go for another Surf. So now this Skelligers has no shields. We're gonna shield right here. Ends up being the correct shield on the Shadow Ball, and our opponent ends up having the Poliwrath in the back. So another Poliwrath, Skelligers core, and we are going to be able to win this because we have so much energy stored up on our Jellicent. We're going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball, and this is going to get into the red, and let's see if they allow us to farm it down. There are no moves here we have to worry about. In fact, we could probably farm down and get to another move to throw back at that Skelligers, and that's exactly what happens. So we're going to be able to get to this Surf here. I don't think we got the debuff, so this should be enough to take out this Skelligers, and indeed it is. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.